Habit number 1. Start developing. Imagine standing at the edge of a swimming pool, looking into the cool, inviting water below. That's where you are as a beginner programmer, and it's time to dive in. The first and most crucial habit to become a successful programmer is simple. Start developing. You can watch countless tutorials, but at some point, you'll have to dive in and actually build something. There's no shortcut around it. The only way to truly become a developer is to, develop. It doesn't need to be perfect or even big. What matters is taking that first step. Start small, perhaps a simple calculator, a to-do app, or even a simple HTML page displaying your name. As you build, you'll encounter errors and challenges, but these experiences are what make you better. It's like learning to swim. You start in the shallow end before venturing into deeper waters. But you don't have to swim alone. Team up with a fellow beginner. 2 sets of eyes often make finding and fixing errors easier, and you'll learn from each other in the process. Also, make a habit of reading other people's code. It's like watching experienced swimmers. You'll pick up techniques and patterns that will improve your skills. Don't aim for perfection in the beginning. Start small, focus on building consistently, and gradually take on bigger challenges as you grow. Experience is the best teacher, and the more you develop, the more confident and skilled you'll become. Habit number 2, embrace failures. No matter how skilled or experienced you become, failures are inevitable. It's easy to feel discouraged when your code doesn't work the first time, or the second, or even the third. But that's okay. It says nothing about your intelligence or ability to succeed as a programmer. This is a normal part of the process for everyone. Even experienced developers hit roadblocks. The difference is in how they respond. They see failures not as setbacks, but as opportunities to learn and grow. Every error message, every bug, every head-scratching moment is actually a golden opportunity to learn something new. You're not expected to know everything right away. Coding is like exploring a vast, exciting new world. There's always something new to discover, and that's what makes it so rewarding. So, what should you do when you're stuck? First, remember that you're not alone. Whatever problem you're facing, someone else has probably encountered it before. A quick Google search can often point you in the right direction. Taking breaks is also crucial. It may feel counterintuitive, but stepping away from the problem and clearing your mind can help you return with a fresh perspective. Whether it's going for a walk, listening to music, or sketching, give your brain the time it needs to recharge. And don't be afraid to ask for help. Whether it's a friend, a fellow developer, or an online community, people are more than willing to assist, especially when they see you've put in the effort to solve it yourself. There's no shame in asking for directions when you're lost. When things get tough, it's easy to get distracted by other interesting things. If you're the kind of person who's interested in programming, you're also the kind of person who gets interested by learning all kinds of other awesome things. When coding gets difficult, you need to be able to push forward instead of just trying out the next interesting thing. Every time you struggle with a concept, you're actually growing. You're building your coding muscles, expanding your problem-solving skills, and inching closer to becoming the programmer you aspire to be. Habit number 3, have faith that problems are solvable. One thing that sets successful programmers apart from beginners is faith. Experienced programmers have faith that every problem has a solution, even if it's not immediately obvious. It's like knowing there's a key to a locked door. You just need to find it. This faith isn't something you're born with. It's cultivated through experience. Each time you solve a problem, debug an error, or finally get that stubborn function to work, you build your faith muscle. You're proving to yourself that, yes, things go wrong, but they can also be fixed. When you're a beginner, it's easy to lose confidence when your code doesn't work. But even most experienced programmers face error messages and unexpected outputs. But they've developed an unwavering faith that there's always a way forward. If there's only one thing you take away from this video, have faith that with patience, persistence, and a bit of thinking, you'll find the path from not working to working. So, when you're staring at a screen full of red error messages, take a deep breath. Remember that every bug has a cause, every error has a solution, and every goal can be accomplished. Habit number 4, have a growth mindset. Your programming skills are like a plant. With the right nurturing, it can grow from a tiny seedling into a huge tree. Highly successful programmers cultivate a growth mindset. The belief that intelligence and abilities aren't fixed but can be developed with effort and persistence. Always try reaching for that fruit that's just a little too high on the branch. Try tackling projects that make you stretch and that push you slightly beyond your comfort zone. The more you challenge your brain, the stronger it gets. Over time, this not only builds confidence, but also makes you more adaptable to new challenges. A growth mindset teaches you that you're not confined to your current level of knowledge or expertise. With the right attitude, you can always improve. Instead of shying away from difficult problems, embrace them as opportunities to expand your skill set. By continuously challenging yourself, you'll not only become a better programmer, but also develop the resilience needed to tackle any obstacle in your coding journey. Also, build a solid foundation before moving on to advanced concepts. Taking the time to build a solid foundation might feel slow initially, but it'll make you a stronger, more confident programmer in the long run. It's like learning to walk before you run. It takes time, but it's worth it. In the upcoming videos, I'll walk you through how to actually build websites. But here's the thing. Most beginners dive straight into HTML without really understanding how the web works. If you want to set yourself apart, you need to get the bigger picture first. I've already covered this in detail in my previous video, How Does the Web Work? Watching it will give you a strong foundation and make learning everything else so much easier. Check it out now so you're ready to take on the next steps